the line that never belonged. There is a line in Africa that no river follows. No mountain protects it. No culture recognizes it. Yet it decides who you are allowed to be. Tonight, we listen to that line. In the late 19th century, far from Africa's soil and voices, European powers gathered in rooms filled with maps and ambition. The year was 1884. The place was Berlin. They called it the Berlin Conference. No African leaders were invited. No elders. No kings. No scholars. No traders. No farmers. No mothers. Just men in suits, dividing a continent they had never walked, using rulers and ink. They drew straight lines across forests, deserts, rivers, and villages. They did not ask who lived there. They did not ask who belonged together. They did not ask what had already been built through centuries of language, trade, marriage, and memory. One of those lines cut through the land of the Somali people. Before colonial rule, the Somali world stretched naturally across what is now called Somalia, Djibouti, Ethiopia, and Kenya. It was one cultural space, one language, one identity, one rhythm of life. Then the British arrived, the Italians arrived, the French arrived, and they split the Somali homeland into pieces. Not because the people were different, but because the colonizers were competing. So the Somali people woke up one day in the 20th century to find themselves living in different countries without ever moving. Their culture had not changed, but their political identity had been broken. Human impact. For the people on the ground, this line was not abstract. It cut families in half. A grandmother in what is now Ethiopia, her grandson in what is now Kenya. Both Somali, both speaking the same language, both praying the same prayers. But one needs a passport to visit the other. A border created in a European office now controls African intimacy. Herders who once followed their animals across open land now meet armed guards where their ancestors met wind and grass. Communities that once solved problems with councils and tradition now answer to distant capitals that do not understand their lives. Identity becomes complicated. Am I Somali? Am I Kenyan? Am I Ethiopian? The papers say one thing. The blood says another. And when those two do not match, the soul becomes tired. Modern consequences. Today, the Somali borderlands remain tense. Not because the people are naturally divided, but because the map tells them they are. Political marginalization, economic neglect, suspicion from central governments. The state sees the border region as fragile. The people see the state as foreign. Young men grow up feeling unseen. Young women grow up feeling unprotected. And when identity is denied long enough, it does not disappear. It hardens, sometimes into protest, sometimes into silence, sometimes into conflict. Not because people love war, but because they hate being erased. Brain philosophical reflection. Borders are strange things. They pretend to be natural, but most of them are not. They pretend to be permanent, but they are young. Culture is older than countries. Language is older than flags. Belonging is older than passports. And yet, we are taught to believe the opposite, that the map comes first, that the people must adjust. But what if the people came first? What if identity is not something given by a state, but something carried in memory, in voice, in story? The Somali border teaches us something quiet and difficult, that when lines are drawn without listening, they do not create order. They create wounds. A lesson about identity and belonging. There is a lesson hidden in this land, not just for Africa, for the world. It is this. You cannot divide a people with ink and expect their hearts to obey. Belonging is not something a government grants. It is something history gives. Identity does not live on maps. It lives in language, in laughter, in shared grief, in memory. And when we forget that, we do not just lose geography, we lose each other. So remember this. The most powerful borders are not the ones drawn by rulers. They are the ones drawn by love, memory, and shared humanity. And those, no empire has ever been able to erase. Kindly like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Put on the notifications and drop a comment. Thank you.